If you grew up in the 90s, you're going to love this one. Today we're going to take a trip down memory lane into showing how 90s kids had a totally different experience than today's kids. It's crazy to think how much has changed since the 90s. Back then, we relied on floppy disks to save files, dial-up internet to get online, and VHS tapes for movie night. Now, all of that feels like ancient history. Let's take a fun trip down memory lane and take a look at 25 things from the 90s that were once everywhere, but now are completely extinct. Number 1, dial-up internet. The struggle was real. Oh, the sound of dial-up internet connecting. It was a rite of passage for every 90s kid. You'd wait impatiently for that screeching connection sound, only to get kicked off if someone needed to use the phone. No Wi-Fi, no streaming, just slow, painful browsing. You had to wait minutes just to load a page, and if someone in the house picked up the phone, boom, disconnected. Today's kids complain about slow Wi-Fi, but back then, we considered 56 kilobytes per second a luxury. Number 2, Saturday morning cartoons, the ultimate weekend ritual. No streaming, no on-demand. Saturday mornings were time for cartoons. You'd wake up early, grab a bowl of cereal, and watch your favorite shows. Whether it was the Powerpuff Girls or SpongeBob, it was a tradition. Shows like Dexter's Laboratory and X-Men were the highlight of our week. You miss an episode? Too bad. You had to wait until reruns. Today, kids can watch anything, anytime. Number 3, sticker collections, the currency of friendship. Back in the day, stickers were serious business. Kids could hoard sticker albums like they were rare jewels, trade shiny or puffy stickers like stock market pros. Scratch and sniff stickers? Pure gold. If you had a Lisa Frank collection, you were basically royalty, but the real MVPs? Those giant holographic stickers that made your binder shine brighter than your future. And let's not forget the betrayal of peeling off a sticker only to find that it lost its stickiness forever. Number 4, memorizing phone calls. Our brains were the contact apps. 363-0655. Of course we remember that. Now, before smartphones, you had to actually memorize numbers. Your best friends, your crushes, your mom's work number in case you got stranded at the mall. And if you forgot one, it was just game over. There was no speed dial, no saved contacts, just pure brain power. And heaven help you if your parents changed the home phone number. We had to keep all that in our heads, and yet we still somehow failed our math tests. Number 5, payphones, the original mobile phones. Kind of. Now, before cell phones were in everyone's pocket, we had payphones. Whether it was to call your mom for a ride home or to arrange plans with your friends, you had to find a coin to make that call. Today's kids will never know the struggle of finding change to call someone. Number 6, floppy disks and CDs, the last reliable storage devices ever. Before Google Drive, we had floppy disks that held a whopping 1.44 megabytes. Lose one? Say goodbye to your entire school project. Then, CDs came along, promising more storage, but one tiny scratch, your data was gone forever. Kids today will never know the pain of praying that a scratched CD wouldn't skip in the middle of your favorite song. And let's not even talk about burning a CD. That was a high-stakes operation. Number 7, Snake on Nokia phones, the OG mobile game. Before Candy Crush or Fortnite, you just had Snake. If you had a Nokia brick phone like I did, you were automatically a gamer. The goal was simple: don't crash into yourself, but the snake grew longer as you went on, and the stress levels would skyrocket. One wrong move, and game over. And let's be honest, a true test of skill was playing Snake on your friend's phone while pretending you weren't jealous that they had the newer model. Number 8, Tamagotchis, the pet that always died. Well, we carried these tiny virtual pets everywhere. We fed them, we cleaned up after them, we made sure they didn't die. Spoiler alert, they always died, but if you ignored it for just a few hours, you'd come back and have a digital ghost. And don't even think about bringing it to school. If a teacher confiscated, R.I.P. little buddy. Number 9, paper maps and directions. GPS? Never heard of her. There was no asking Siri for directions back then. If you wanted to get somewhere, you had to rely on paper maps, ask for directions, or just use good old-fashioned compasses. Today's kids will never know what it's like to open up an atlas. Number 10, recording songs from the radio, the original DIY playlist. If you wanted your favorite song, you had to sit by the radio for hours waiting. When it finally played, you'd slam the record button on your cassette deck, hoping the DJ didn't talk over the intro. It was an art form, and if you missed it, well, back to waiting like a hunter, stalking its prey. Number 11, trips to Blockbuster, Friday night heaven. Before Netflix, we had Blockbuster. Picking a movie was an event. You had to hope that the latest release wasn't already rented out, and if you forgot to rewind the VHS, you get a late fee of doom awaiting you. And that feeling that you had when you finally snagged the last copy of the hottest new movie, pure victory. I think mine was Pokemon 2000. Number 12, Pogs, the game that made really no sense. These cute little cardboard circles were somehow the most competitive game ever. You'd slam a heavier slammer onto a stack of Pogs trying to flip them over. Did we actually understand the rules? No, but we played anyway. Are these memories hitting you with nostalgia? Well, don't forget to subscribe for more blasts from the past. All right, let's keep it going. Number 13, the Discman, the ultimate workout for your wrist. The Discman let you listen to CDs on the go, unless you moved. One bump and your CD would skip like crazy. Holding it perfectly still became a necessary skill. And anti-skip technology? Huh, what a total scam. Number 14, Polaroid cameras. Instant, but not quite. Before smartphones made photography instant, we had Polaroids. You take a picture and then poof, it would develop right in front of you. The excitement of waiting to see how the picture turned out is something that today's kids just won't experience. Number 15, pagers, the coolest useless gadget. Before cell phones, 90s kids often had pagers. If someone wanted to reach you, they'd send a code, and you'd have to find a payphone to call them back. Imagine today's kids trying to figure out how to use a pager. Ha, good luck. Number 16, passing notes in class, the original texts. Now, instead of texting in class, 90s kids would write notes to each other, sometimes passing them secretly, sometimes making little foldable origami-style notes. Today's kids are just sending emojis. Number 17, the Beanie Babies craze. We thought we'd be rich. In the 90s, Beanie Babies were more than just toys. They were collectibles. 90s kids would race to stores to get the newest release, hoping it would be worth something one day. Today's kids are more likely to collect skins for their favorite video games. Number 18, mixtapes and cassette recordings, the most romantic gesture ever. In the 90s, we traded mixtapes, cassette recordings of our favorite songs shared with friends. It was a whole culture. Today, kids have playlists and streaming, and the mixtape culture, it's just a relic. Number 19, calling radio stations to request songs, and the thrill of hearing your own voice. If you ever wanted to hear your favorite song, sometimes you had to call the radio station to request it. It was a thrill to hear your own voice on the air and know that you helped choose the song that everyone was gonna hear. Number 20, turning actual pages in books and magazines. No swiping allowed. Before touchscreens, we used our fingers to turn actual pages in books, magazines, and newspapers. No tap to flip functionality, just good old-fashioned page turning. Number 21, secret diaries with locks, the ultimate vault for cringe. Now, every 90s kid had a secret diary, often with a tiny lock on it. The thought of someone reading your innermost thoughts was terrifying. Now, kids probably just post their thoughts on social media. Cringe. Number 22, rewinding VHS tapes. Be kind, rewind. If you rented a VHS movie, you had to rewind it before returning it. If you didn't, you'd be faced with a stern rewind before returning warning. Kids today have no idea what it was like to deal with a VHS. Number 23, friendship bracelets, the unbreakable bond. Friendship bracelets were a 90s staple. Whether they were braided, beaded, or woven, making these bracelets for friends was a big deal. It was all about bonding over shared creativity. Today's kids are more likely to share friendship on social media rather than a homemade bracelet. Number 24, finding a payphone, the true survival skill. Before texting, we had to find a payphone if we needed to call a friend on the go. A handful of change, a phone card, and calling home from a public phone, that was the norm. And number 25, gel pens and magic markers, the ultimate school flex. 90s kids spent hours doodling with vibrant magic markers and gel pens. The colors were so bright and fun, and you could make notes and drawings look cool with all the funky colors. Writing with those pens was a magical experience, until one ran out of ink mid-doodle. And let's not forget the horror of accidentally smudging fresh gel ink all over your hand. The real MVPs, the glittery gel pens that made even the most boring homework look fabulous. If you had the scented markers, congrats, you were basically an artist. And there you have it, 25 things that 90s kids did that today's kids couldn't even imagine. It's crazy to think how different our childhoods are, right? If you're a 90s kid like me, I'm sure you have a ton of memories that brought a smile to your face today. If you love this trip down memory lane, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more nostalgic content. Do you have a favorite 90s memory that we missed? Well, drop it in the comments because I'd love to hear your stories. And if you want more blasts from the past, turn on notifications so you never miss a trip back in time.